y'all. The Red Sea has been parted, hair has been dipped and flipped, and edges have been lost. Why? Because Beyonce hit us with a 2-hour and 17-minute documentary on April the 17th titled Homecoming that documented her iconic Coachella performance. I'm here to give you a full-blown tangent, stream of consciousness, and TED Talk on 10 reasons why we no longer have edges after watching Beyonce's Homecoming right here on Listed. Now, for those of you confused as to what I mean by no longer having edges, let me direct you to the subject area. These are edges, not well-laid ones because I need to get my hair done, but edges nonetheless. When something shakes me to my core in a way that is purely emotional because that something is just inexplicably amazing, one says that their edges have been snatched and or singed because the wind of impact from the thing you are being amazed by is just that great. Which brings me to why we are here, the Queen Bee. As I'm sure you know, she hit us with a documentary about her 2018 Coachella performance that I haven't been able to stop talking about in an arguably unhealthy amount of time since it came out. Now, before some of y'all jump down my throat with comments saying idolatry is problematic and she's overrated and blah blah blah, first of all, no one is saying she's Jesus, so relax. And if you think she's overrated, you might just need more love in your life because you're being a hater. Now, we need to kick off this list by pointing out that Beyonce is one of only 4 women who have headlined Coachella, 1 out of 4 out of the festival's 20-year history, and only recently became 4 women this year with Ariana Grande. When Beyonce did it, she was one of 3, which is actually insane. Bjork headlined twice, then Gaga, then Beyonce. And on top of that, Beyonce was the first Black woman ever to headline the festival.
That opened up the doors for me. Thank you so much, ladies.
Speaking of which, Beyonce showed out for the culture. Beyonce is for everyone, but I would just like to say, as a Black woman, she means so much to me. The way she represents for the culture is so beautiful, and it was amazing to see that displayed on such a mainstream platform such as Coachella. Beyonce paid tribute to HBCUs, aka historically Black colleges and universities, by displaying what goes down at Homecoming for the world to see. It was so cool that she did this because many people aren't familiar with that world, so to see it in all of its glory, from the steppers to the dancers to the band to the drum line, everything was on point. And all of that goes down all the time at HBCUs, so the fact that that was shared with the rest of the world is really special. Hell, after watching it, I said I may not have done Greek life in college, but I'm pledging whatever sorority and fraternity Beyonce just created on that stage. Also, the fact that she sang Freedom, which then led into the Black national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, that then went into formation, literally gives me chills every single time. As Evelyn from the internets would say, I cried in African diaspora. Next, we need to talk about the impeccable display of stamina. This woman performed for 2 hours and some change, and not once did she gasp for air. Not once was she winded, appeared tired or exasperated, and I have questions, y'all. I have a lot of them, because had a regular breathing mammal attempted to sing and dance and perform at that level she does for 2 hours, you would die, or at least appear as though you are near death. Beyonce is able to sing at full voice, not miss a note, dance like she was trained by Alvin Ailey himself, and hype up the crowd without skipping a beat. The only explanation is that the woman must be bionic. Point blank, period. She runs on rechargeable batteries. But if we're being serious, obviously to achieve that level of wow, it takes a great deal of preparation, which leads me to the next point on our list. To achieve greatness, it takes lots of practice and hard work. Beyonce and her crew came to slay, and the dedication shows. The documentary revealed that rehearsal with the band and singers was 4 months before bringing in the dancers, which then consisted of another 4 months. 8 months of rehearsal in total, people. Not to mention the fact that Beyonce had just popped out not 1, but 2 babies before starting rehearsals. In the documentary, she revealed that when she was pregnant, she weighed 218 pounds and worked tirelessly to get in the incredible shape she was in for the show. Her diet consisted of no dairy, no sugar, no meat, no carbs, no bread, and no alcohol.
Just trying to figure out how to balance being a mother of a 6-year-old and twins that need me and giving myself creatively.
Homegirl worked hard. She also ran up and down these death stairs, did Soul Cycle and a full day of rehearsals in the same day. After just doing Soul Cycle once, I'm out of commission, so I can't imagine doing that plus another workout, plus rehearsals and eating sticks and leaves. No. Next, we need to talk about this Destiny's Child reunion. When they emerged from the stage in their classic Charlie's Angel pose, I audibly gasped and the edges I had left started to dissipate. They hit us with a medley of Lose My Breath, Say My Name, and Soldier, and every time I see them together, it gives me so much nostalgia, and the fact that they're still close makes me so happy. Now, fun fact that I'm sure you don't care about, Destiny's Child was the first concert I ever went to without parental supervision. I got all the snacks. But moving on, we need to talk about the fact that not only did she gift us with a documentary of the performance, she also gave us a live album. We don't deserve her, we really don't. She didn't have to do that, but she saw us struggling with the ripped off YouTube clips trying to learn the choreography, so she just blessed us with a well-equipped, fully mastered version. Not only did we get the full set list from the show, but she also gifted us with some bonus tracks, including Blue Ivy singing Lift Every Voice and Sing, a cappella, and a cover of Before I Let Go, which has been made into an internet dance challenge starred by the Queen Bee herself via Instagram stories. Now, speaking of the set list, we need to talk about the fact that she gave us some throwback gems that we don't always get. Baby Boy, Deja Vu, and my own personal favorite, Check. That alone was enough to kidnap my edges, all of them. She never gives us any warning. Sure, we knew that she performed at Coachella, but no one knew that exactly a year later she would give us a documentary presented on Netflix along with a live album as a goodie bag. And on top of that, we've now learned that she has a $60 million 3-project deal with Netflix. So now we're getting 2 more specials. Let me know in the comments what you think they're going to be. I'm hoping one of them is the Formation Tour because that was the one event in my life on record where my soul left my body. Now, another one of my favorite parts of the documentary was how we got to see an intimate side of Beyonce that we don't often get to see. Beyonce reminded us that she is indeed human when she showed that she celebrates when she can fit back into old outfits just like the rest of us. As I mentioned earlier, she was on an intense mission after the birth of her twins to get back to feeling like herself pre-twins, and after working day in and day out at the gym and sticking to a very strict diet, she was able to slip back into one of her old costumes.
I'm actually in it, and I can still move. I still have a ways to go, but this makes me feel good because I've been sacrificing and working hard. Huge, huge, huge accomplishment.
We also got to see her having some mommy and me time with Blue Ivy and the twins. Also, it's safe to say that Beyonce gave birth to herself with Rumi because she looks exactly like the way Beyonce did when she was a baby. Okay, friends, we've come to the end of our list, and it may be last, but it is certainly not least. In fact, it is a point in the documentary that I will carry with me forever and pass on to my unborn children. It's the Everybody Mad dance break in Diva. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I will 100% be performing this at my future wedding reception, so all of my guests and wedding party need to get ready and come prepared. All right, guys, that concludes our list of 10 reasons we no longer have edges after watching Homecoming, but I want to hear from all of you. Let me know what your favorite moments are in the comment section below, or continue the conversation with me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew__Dorsey. But before you go, for even more Homecoming, click right over here for some shocking reveals Beyonce gave us in the documentary as well. Thanks so much for watching Clevver. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.